Did you see the stat line of the Pistons centers in the game on Saturday?
I did not.
And I want to bring this up only because we talk of the NBA has become a 3-point shooting league, right?
Yep.
The inside game doesn't matter anymore as much, right?
It's devalued.
So between James Wiseman, Isaiah Stewart, and Marvin Bagley, okay, those three players.
Yep.
They combined for 36 points and 37 rebounds.
Wow.
That's a lot.
It's good production.
That's great. Okay, and this is against Toronto, which is a good team in Toronto, right?
Yep.
Although I don't know if Toronto had all their players playing in this game, but I think they pretty much did. I know Siakam played. So then you look, okay, what happened with the Pistons? Well, it was a bad shooting night for Bogdanovich and Ivy. Between them, they were 8 of 28.
The Bogdanovich story is a little frightening because it's been
Back-to-back
a trend,
games here.
and he was playing kind of above his head before the trade deadline. They didn't trade him, and now he's come back to earth, maybe? Or is it just a cold streak?
Maybe it's just a cold streak.
Yeah, what you don't want is it to be the regression to the mean. He had a great first half, and they should have dealt him when they could have. That's the bad case scenario.
But I guess what I'm wondering is it possible that the Pistons may be trying to create something that's a little bit different here? If they can get that kind of, I mean, I wouldn't expect that kind of production out of their center group every night. But if you can get something like 30 points and 30 rebounds from your three big men combined on a nightly basis, and then you get like average shooting from your guards, you're going to win a lot of games. And this is a team that's obviously not playing with Cade Cunningham at this point, and Duran he didn't play in that game on Saturday either. But they'll get healthy and they'll add a lottery pick to the mix. I just wonder if here's an opportunity to do things a little bit unconventionally that might work.
Go in against the grain. Yeah, We've talked about that a little bit. While everybody's moving away from the basket, the Pistons are getting athletic bigs, and we'll see if it pays dividends. My funny observation, or maybe it's not funny at all, we're 3 games into the Wiseman era, and he's been pretty consistent. Like 10 and 8. He's going to get you 10 points and 8 rebounds. And it feels like I think he's had 10, 10, and 11, and 10, 8, and 5 or something rebounds.
Yeah, 10 rebounds the other night. Yep.
Yeah, it's just early returns before he even really knows what he's doing here yet. Kind of consistent. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it. But hopefully, as a start, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it as a start. I'd like to see him, really kind of develop moving forward.
What I'm hoping is that the second half of next season, it's a fun team to watch, because it is going to take some time for them to get used to playing with each other when Cade Cunningham comes back, and whomever this lottery pick is going to be, what impact he can make on this team, whether or not they make a splash in free agency. I mean, that's another route that they can go with it to really add to this team that I would expect the second half of next season to be very, very entertaining for Pistons fans.